Sea of Thieves. Season 15 launched on the 20th, and it got Kyle the Dew back in, sailing, journeying for the ancient megalodons. My fishing journey has finally come full circle, and we were being respected in the game, and the community seems happy. How was your adventure back?
Yeah, so we jumped back in because of the new season, of course. Season 15, right? Hunter's Wild. Is that what it's
Wild
called?
things.
Oh, I was wrong. The faction is what something like that. Whatever. Yeah, and I know you were a fan of it, so I said, "Let's do it. Let's hop in." And so that's why we did it initially, and it was fun. I enjoyed my time with it. The fishing, Sea of Thieves is so interesting with what this game is. There was like when we were playing, this season is focused on the fishing faction, and like what did we do for a chunk of that stream when we played? It was just sitting there fishing, right? And once I figured out the fishing, it wasn't the worst experience. It wasn't an awful type. Stardew Valley's fishing, horrible. I hate it. Can't stand it. I don't want to fish in that game. It makes me not want to.
As someone who has all the fish, I agree.
Yeah, that's funny. This, I figured it out in Sea of Thieves, but it's not the most like active thing, but I was like, all right, whatever, it's fun. But once we got to the payoff, right? The Megalodon. Also, before we even got to that one ship that got to us, that made us jump servers eventually because we just got destroyed by this person and whatnot. Like, man, what a unique little thing there. It's just the stuff that can just show up within Sea of Thieves. Very, very interesting. I think that's kind of that gameplay loop that you've talked about and kind of fallen in love with a little bit. That exposed itself more to me when we played this last week on this most recent update, and that was especially within the they added 2 megalodons. We did one of them, the fire breathing one. And that fight was fun. It was long. It was a lot of just getting water out of the bottom of the ship and repairing it while you did a lot. I felt like you were running around doing a lot, and then I was just figuring it out.
You got some shots off.
It just became really. Once I started using the sniper on the megalodon, I was like, oh wait, this is my role right here. Fix the ship, get shots off with the sniper rifle. Loved it. So it clicked for me, and I can't wait to go back to the second megalodon. It's just fascinating how a game like this, a live service game, started how many years ago, and have an update that grabs me again, and like kind of now I'm getting it. It's not something I think I would dump hours into, but to hop in and have a specific goal with a friend and say, hey, we're doing this tonight. That's the goal. Let's do it. Yeah, it's a excellent time. Very, very fun.
Yeah, it's kind of what's special about it, really, and comparing it to, say, Destiny for you, where it is kind of they lock off content. This is the current stuff you need to focus on. This is just a living world, really, where everything's gradually added in. Nothing's ever really removed. It's just adding more random events or random features or locations or whatever, and they all just build upon each other in such a great way. Like you said, with the ship that attacked us, that was, I think that's 2 seasons old now. That's fairly new still, but it's still something that a year ago was this frightening big thing, which, if you're not aware, it's like it starts out as a PvE ship, an NPC ship, and if you take it down, you can take it over along with other crews. I think like 3 other ships could join you on this one thing to become just a massive faction in your server.
That's crazy.
It's got NPC skeletons helping you fight and do repairs. It shoots fireballs out the front of it. Just a massive thing. And now still, almost a year later, is still like a frightening thing to see that you need to kind of change your game plan around. It's just nice to see. It's not, stuff doesn't get really phased out, which to some people is a negative thing, because like the Megalodon loot that we got when we finished it is pretty much on par. It's just different skinned loot options from other things, essentially. So when you reach a point where the money doesn't really matter, or you're maxed out on rep, you kind of hit like a brick wall, and it becomes more about the social features and the community around it and who you're running into, what happens then, which still is enough for people. That's Sea of
Yeah,
Thieves
well, I mean,
streamers are that's a thing.
yeah, but even like the chase, you're just trying to do the various activities to get stuff, to sell stuff, to get money, to buy cosmetics. It's not buying a better gun, a better armor, a better ship. That's all it is. So it really is a game that is about the experience. And I don't know. I think it finally clicked for me. I get, I think more what the vision is and like the draw of it. It's definitely something I want to go back to again. I want to try it. Like I've only played with maximum 2 people. I would love to get us on one of the bigger ships and do more of that and just see that, because once we were in the battle, especially I want to do a battle with ships with you, because the Megalodon, we just that was pretty, it was circling us, we didn't have to do much. But I think with other ships, I remember doing the Pirates of the Caribbean Tall Tales, and I love ship battle, going back to Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Like I want to get more of that within Sea of Thieves, because yeah, see now I'm just in it now. Like I get the little gameplay loop.
That's good because you could do that, right? Like I was telling you when we did the stream, like they have it so kind of feature shopping essentially now, where you go to your tail, it's like, hey, do you have a ton of time to spend? Do you want to do one island mission? Do you want to do a small ship battle mission? Do you want to do a huge fleet that takes you to multiple places? Like, it's so catered to literally anything you could want to do. Where it's great because back in the day, it was the thing where it's like, damn, I only have like an hour and a half. I can't play Sea of Thieves right now. Like, it was a time commitment to kind of roll the dice on what you're going to be doing content wise. But now it's 40 minutes. Cool. Hop on. You're able to knock out a mission still and still make that progression. Which kudos to them. Their live service stuff. If they brought back how you can work on old battle passes like other stuff now, I would say their live service structure for Sea of Thieves is almost perfect and should be kind of the format that other Xbox games should follow because they just nail it so well. Of
Because
their
they don't have battle passes, right?
yeah, yep.
Oh shit! Okay,
The
I gotta look
season
around a little
15
closer.
launched with the new one that's got a whole free thing. Every single level you get either cosmetics, titles, um, ancient coins, which is their premium currency, whatever, and then there is a premium track with other stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't looked at that at all, so I missed it. So hey, at the very least, it's not in your face.
Yeah, it's not, and it's still they with this season 15. I think it's season 8 or 9. A lot of the premium stuff from that track got added into just the in-game shops with this season, so they kind
Mhm.
of backtrack in the old stuff for people that did miss it to get, just not all of it, obviously.
Yeah,
I love
that's
Sea of
cool.
Thieves.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was fun. Again, hey, it's a brand new season that got us in, got new content. I had fun with that one battle, and yeah, it made me want to do more. So, shout out to that team over there. We'll see their next stuff at some point. But Sea of Thieves still rocking. Definitely go give it a try if you haven't yet, or if you have, go back to it, get some friends on it. I think there's some fun to be had in that game.
Yeah, and it's everywhere now. Literally, PC, Xbox, PlayStation. Go buy it. Go play it. Game Pass,
Yep.
whatever it is, it's there.
Switch to later this year.
Probably, probably.